next two things we did were in the same building as the keynote. The first was the Penny Arcade Q&A panel, which was just Gabe and Tycho taking questions from the
Hilarious.
fans. Yeah,
They didn't take the questions. They fucked the questions in the ass. Excuse my language.
Basically. A lot of times they turn them around on people, which is good because you have different fans for Penny Arcade. You have the hardcore that read just the comic or catch it every now and then. You have the ones who go to PAX and don't know much about Penny Arcade and are just there for the video games. And then you have the ones who get like deep into the site and read the forums and watch their series and all kinds of stuff. So you get questions that may not entertain the whole group and whole audience by themselves, but they do a really good job of making them interesting and having fun with it.
I can't remember the name of the voice actor for Duke Nukem. I feel like it's John St. Josephine or something.
John St. John.
Yeah.
John St. John. Yeah, well, he even came up during the Q&A, and
that was
was this after the keynote? No, this was the Q&A, right?
No, this was the Q&A.
Yeah, he comes up and starts reciting a bunch of Duke Nukem lines, and that
was so great. Blow it out your ass.
We'll get to Duke Nukem. Duke Nukem's more like the third day thing because that was the whole Gearbox panel and everything.
Yeah,
but he came up during that.
Yes, that was definitely cool.
Yeah, and, some of the people who came up to that, I have to say, it was a mix. Some of the questions were decent and were interesting to hear a slightly snarky answer to. Some of the other questions were just like, what the fuck? And you could tell the people on stage were like, okay, get this head seated back down.
Yeah,
well, there's also a lot of inside jokes if you read everything and get way deep into the forums, so there was a lot of that type of stuff too. So.
And there was also a man who brought a woman on stage and proposed to her.
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about that.
She did say yes. She did say yes. So
that was great. That's the place to propose to someone, though, because you kind of put them on the spot. They kind of have to say yes.
It's really a 50-50 kind of thing. Like, I think you're more guaranteed to hear a yes, but if you hear a no, it must suck. I mean, jeez.
Yeah, that's true, because then you've made an ass of yourself in front of everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then again, they also have hate for her, too, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, I didn't enjoy the Penny Arcade panel as much as what came next. I really enjoyed that.
Very nice segue, by the way. I know most of the people who went to the whole PAX thing were not as big Red versus Blue fans as I am. I mean, Sard watched it for about 3 seasons and then kind of lost interest. I've been following it. I started on the 2nd season, kind of went back and watched the first, and have just watched the whole thing since then. So it was really cool to see those guys talk and actually show the last 2 episodes before they're online.
So, yeah, or anyone's seen them. I mean.
Yeah. Although it's kind of a weird place for you guys to jump into the series because you know what, the first thing you see is the last 2 episodes.
Yeah. Well, see, I was kind of more like Sard coming into that. I had seen most of the first season, and then I kind of caught an episode every now and then of every other season that followed.
Same here.
So I knew the characters. I was kind of familiar with it, but seeing those 2 episodes, it made me really want to jump back into it, and I was kind of blown away, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing with the last. Like, they did the initial 5 seasons, which were pretty much all just, jokes. There was a little bit of seriousness, but the last 3, like 6, 7, 8, the whole reconstruction thing, they've kind of they threw in an actual serious story that, goes through the whole thing and, gets you a lot more engrossed than you were if you were just watching the comedy stuff. And the comedy is still there, but the story that they throw in there is really interesting. And the whole addition of the actual animation as opposed to just using the straight machinima in the game really adds a lot. Like, at first I wasn't a huge fan of that, but it's really grown on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing. Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. And so anyway, Rooster Teeth was great. They also put on sale the last, was it 2 seasons or last season even?
Yes, they had a collection of the last 3, so I just got that.
Right on. Yeah, and this is before it even, I think it was supposed to be on the same day as Halo 3. Halo Reach comes out the 14th.
Comes out at Best Buy on September 14th. Everybody go buy one. But yeah.
Yeah. But even at PAX, and you already got it. So that was very cool and exclusive for them to do that at PAX. It's things like that make PAX so much better.
Yeah. Were there any panels that you kind of wanted to go to but had conflicts with other stuff before we get into the mystery trip, which was really cool?
I mean, the only one in the morning that I thought would have been fantastic to go to that I know you guys were looking at as well and weren't able to go since it was on the clear other side of the convention center from the main theater, was the Hal Halpin and Adam Sessler talking games panel.
I'm sure you got sick of hearing about me and Sard say that, over and over. But that was probably the highlight of my PAX last year.
Well, and I rightly so, I would believe. I mean, I've always been interested to hear at least how Halpin speak, because I know he heads up the ECA and does a whole lot of things with games and politics and government and legal issues.
Here's the thing that I think needs to really be brought up. That really was a schedule conflictor that f***ed us all over. Was the 343 Industries panel?
That's day 2, man. We'll cover that next.
That was still a goddamn schedule conflict that
we will get to the bitch session about that whole thing next. All right.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, no, I really wanted to hear how Halpin speak, but sadly, just wasn't in the cards since
I would have wanted
Warren
to see
Spector kind of trumped that.
He did. He brought the runners.
At least for me, I feel like I have to go to the keynote, and it's kind of the way the whole thing starts off, and you just kind of want to start it off that way and all that. I kind of wanted to see the live demonstration of Rage 2, but that was another schedule conflict. So.
And I don't even know what Rage 2 is. I just found out the name of it.
It's Rage 1. It's one of the games that's actually not a sequel. So it's from id Software, and they obviously have done Doom and the original Quake and stuff like that. So, but
awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be able to find that, and may even be able to find the Hal Help and Adam Sessler thing online somewhere. So.
Yeah, hopefully. But anyways, what about this secret mission?
So we can actually talk about this, right, Slayer? I mean, we kind of posted pictures of it.
I think we can do that. Let me just check on a few
or
things.
I could provide an assessment based on the scant few facts I dug up on the internet.
Please do. Give us an assessment.
I'm kind of curious what your perception of that was.
Well, as somebody who was new to PAX and did not go to whatever this secret meeting may or may not have been, I spent the rest of my Friday wandering about the show floor, then going back to the hotel to get changed before going out to wander the town. But in between doing those things, I decided to jump on the good old internet and look a few things up to see perhaps where Sard, Adam, and Slayer would be off to. And
it was not the Craigslist party, by the way.
No, I was there and I didn't see 3 of them. But
did you really go there?
No, man, no. But after perusing a number of internet sources, I came to the conclusion that there may have been something going on at the new Bungie headquarters building. And there may have been 3 people from FCAW in attendance. And the entire event may have had something loosely to do with cake baking. Whether or not that actually took place, I cannot comment since I was not there. And I wouldn't want to pull a Geraldo on everyone.
Alcohol's fault, yeah.
But apparently, it would be my assessment that there was a lot of chicanery. A few people got to play with some of the Halo weapons that Weta did. And there may have been a fair amount of playing of Reach and hobnobbing with assorted Bungie people. But I don't know. I wasn't there. And I won't want to spread rumors, of course, or put words in people's mouth. I mean, for all I know, Adam, Sard, and Slayer could have gone to a strip club, which,
I would have wanted to probably do instead, honestly. I wanted to do that the whole time there, was go to a strip club. But no, I have morals. I don't like to see women get naked. What are you? What is wrong with you? This is America.